Hello everyone once again. We're gonna hop back into the stream and keep going. Or into the world. I have absolutely no clue where I left off. Yet again. That was interesting. Can't say I remember it doing that in the past when loading up the world. But we'll see. Hopefully everything's okay. Okay, so we continue. Where was I at? A diamond saw would be a good idea. A drill and millstone combo for the iron farm would be a good idea. And then push for the igneous extruder. Make some more void upgrades. Yeah, alright, cool. I think I've used up all the lava. Nope, 6,000 left, which is not enough, but I believe there's more. So I'm thinking I might want to make a nether portal just to begin, so I have an easy way to get more lava. Um, Pretty sure there is no sign of an underwater portal or ruined portal anywhere. Yeah, I think this is where I grabbed all the lava last time. So maybe I'll go back over there and just get more to build a portal. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, well maybe that waypoint shouldn't be blue. That makes more sense. Yep. Okay, yeah. How are we doing here? Working. 678, 254, and then this broke, so we don't have it anymore. And that's why I want to make the golds or the diamond saw, but I need more diamond. I need more. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Um, let's see, because I'm going to need gold coins. Um, yeah, that's cool. Um, House building cannon. uh, that would be cool, but I don't typically use it to build something in a different dimension and then come back. Shipments. Mm, are any of these repeatable? This one's repeatable. So is this one. Um, so that's something that might be valuable to find. At least once. Yeah. Oh, I really have to buy that first? Okay. Cool. And then I use this. So yeah, 1 stack to 1 gold. Fun. How are we doing here? Yep. Didn't think about this one. Yeah, did not think about that at all. Okie dokie. Do I have another funnel? I do have another funnel. You know what? I totally can do that in that case. Oh, but I'm assuming that this won't stay stocked. Once it's at production rate, it will. Okay. Let's make... I need to make that into a other thing anyways. So we'll do 2, 3, 4, 2 chests into these. And then I'm up here. We'll put yeah, not that it will be accessible at all, but it's just to be a stopgap till I get a thing. Cool. All right. And then I should be able, unless of course I put it away instead of keeping it. Should keep that on me, the key or whatever to keep for the configuration tool. Wow, I misplaced everything. Here it is. Yep. Cool. Oh, and let's... Yep. Thank you for this 10 silver. Nice and dandy. This should already be in locking configuration. So just do that. Okay. I think out of the animals, I think the food I'm going to go for is going to definitely be cooked pork chop. Just because the pigs create litters, and so the breeding to food ratio is way higher. But, okay. So, let's see about... What am I wanting to do? Let's go get the lava. Set up another portal. Yeah, because blaze burners are going to be useful now. Oh. But you know what? Before blaze burners, it makes more sense to have the... Yeah, it makes more sense to have stuff set up. Cool. Sorry, I'm just like thinking between 2 or 3 different ideas. Since we have this one here, I'll be able to pull power off it, and I'd like to anyways. So I'm going to do that on the back end here. And just turn this into the cobblestone farm. Because I can. I'm fine with manually feeding the alternative things for the moment, like the 1A and 1B quest lines. Because the main input is just the kinetic mechanisms, and I'm fine doing that manually for now until I get lead. Then we can work towards setting up the item transportation system using these power exchangers and item frogs. Or not item frogs, but like, yeah, essentially. Almost nighttime, and then we'll head over. Okay. Off we go with a bucket in hand. Do we have any extra buckets? The more buckets I take, the easier it'll be, but oh well, okay. Off we go. Yep. So just to check real quick, 1A and 1B are, oh yeah, trains and copper related. So that's definitely what I want to do. Okay. Mm. I've been thinking about streaming to both Twitch and YouTube again. I don't know if I ever actually did, but I would be going to both because unfortunately YouTube people just aren't too interested in watching things live. That the culture's just not there. Um, and personally, I enjoy the fact that YouTube keeps my videos. That's why I'm streaming on YouTube right now. But for engagement, going to starting to use Twitch would make more sense. And using like YouTube is more of like, oh hey, you know, that's where permanent content will stay, and you can find it. But, you know, all right, we're back here. Let's take the backpack off. Start filling it up. Oh, almost burnt my backpack down. Don't want to do that. Oh, cool. Filled up. We'll put it down here just to have it look like it's filling up the whole thing from the map. All right. Let's take this. Put it on. Cool. Cool beans. I feel like I'm still on the lookout for something. I think I'm on the lookout for limestone still. Or the like. I thought that this was like just coming down from here and it wasn't its own little block. That's moss down there. Are there any moss blocks? If there's moss blocks, I can get more moss. No? Can't see underneath the lava. I think it's just moss carpet, unfortunately. Oh, there's more stuff here. No. Oh well. Not a big deal. Yeah, burnt down all these blocks, just left behind ash. Lava takes so long to disappear. You're kidding me. A shiny pig, and I don't have anything to catch him. I can't believe it. Man, that'd be so cool. Oh well. Alright, let's head back home. We got the lava. Got enough lava to make another portal and to make another void upgrade. So that'll be nice. Okay. I really hope I actually cooked that fish and wasn't just eating raw fish and wasting it. But based on the food, or the I don't know what it's called. Based on the food quality, I'm going to presume maybe it wasn't cooked. Let's grab some of these anyways. I don't think I've seen pumpkins any closer to my house. So, cool. That's cool. There's like a perma ice placed in there. Can I pick up any of it, or does it need to be... Okay, it needs to be silk touched. Cool. Just checking. Or a drill. I believe a drill can pick up the packed ice and stuff correctly. But it looks like there's both kinds of ice. There's packed ice, blue ice. So I should be able to come here, pick some up, and I can use it to make all the variants of ice. Permafrost collectible? Ooh, it is. And this is the one that when used with which one? Might not. Maybe it isn't. Maybe not Permafrost. Because I believe it might just be... Is it just blue ice and packed ice? That's polished packed ice. That's packed ice. That's ice. Okay. Well, I don't have a need for the permafrost. There's plenty to go around, so I'm not worried about it. I will take this. Okay. I have to be careful because this may not have... Like this snow might be snow you can fall through. And that would suck to die that way. Do I risk everything? Yes. I don't even have torches. I don't know what that was. I have a barely working axe, no torches, and I have 2 cobble, 2 iron. Oh, this looks really cool. Oh, but I'm totally gonna get absolutely wrecked. Let me... Coal or ice shaft. Put this in, like... Like a darker tone. Yeah, we'll do that. Takes so long to climb up, though. It's a little annoying, but oh well. Okay. Oh boy, I screwed around for a little too long. Oh, it's raining. There's my floating windmill, which makes no sense. All right. Zombies. Okay. So we got the lava we needed. So bulk washing magma blocks, which you can, I believe, make, yeah, with deep slate. So bulk blast, bulk wash. It's about time I set up a workshop. But for me to set up the workshop I intend to have will take some more time. Yeah. All right. All right, cool. So that's the first four. Doesn't matter the order, but let's use this for the void upgrades. We'll make another set of 10. Yep, a set of 10 for the portal. Now, I don't know what dimensions are in this mod pack. It might just be the nether and the end. But let's do a quick check on some common ones. What's that? Okay, so maybe there aren't any dimension mod packs then. Or mods. Cool. Cool beans. Not what I meant to do, but... Cool. More void upgrades. So we can go put those anywhere I don't have them. One here. I don't want to void those. We can void those. We're already voiding those. Just void those if we need to. Let me make sure I don't have like 2 in here. Okay. Already voiding those. We're not voiding those. All right. And we're out of clay. And then why do I have a sneaking suspicion? Nope. Still working. Oh, it's just that it's making... just keeps making them. And it keeps going into here. Cool beans. Cool beans. Probably should have made... I could still make one. I might just make another... You know what? Let's do that. So that it keeps operating. Because right now... it's... No, I guess that's fine. No, whatever. Okay. So let's make the nether portal. I know I'm making the nether portal, but I'm not even going to go in because I have to get... Sorry about that. Dropped something off my desk. Yeah. You know what? I think it's time that I finish the dam. That makes sense to do. Because I can set up the chain... iron first. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do that first then. Let's just get... because I keep like floundering around it and keep forgetting about it. But let's do it first. So what's the iron farm for? It's related to this. Okay. Yep. So we'll generate cobblestone. We'll need a drill. This is... oh, yeah. So one drill just to start with. And I need lead as well. Do I have... so I have some iron. Do I have iron ingots? No. Okay. Now what about iron? Okay, cool. Let's go do that. Pretty okay on the heater. And I'll have to make another millstone. Stone SI casing cogwheel. Cogwheel. I have an andesite casing in here. And diorite will suffice. Okay, so we have a mill. Still crushing. That's stuck. Yep. This is interesting that you have catalysts and reagents. Very interesting. And liquid pulp turn into more pulp? No. Thought that would be funny. Iron dust. Has to be a matter ball. Aish. It is convenient to end up with some nickel from the foundry. Oh, what? Oh, that might just be normal. Yeah, single one becomes 30 millibuckets. It's no better than those. Okay, sorry, got myself excited for no reason. I was like, oh, there's a better way of doing this? No. No, there's not. Okay, how much do we have? So let's make the drill. I need 2 iron plates. I don't have a deployer here. Cool. Thought I'd... Not a deployer, a depot. Will that work? I don't think so. Okay. Cool. So, 2 plates, 3 nuggets, and then... Nope. Okay, what did I get wrong? 2 lead. Alright. Honestly, should I aim for 2 drills? Twice as much? Yeah, it's gonna be really slow, so the effort to do double is worth it. I could do 3 as well. You know what? Let's go for 3. The math works out too nicely to neglect that. How much is left in here? 12. That should be enough to make another block of lead. Alright. And so I have 1, and I have 2 of these, so I can go surround these 2 and have myself plenty of... Sure, we'll take 16. I forget I don't have my backpack on my back, so like... Which, as a matter of fact, I can. I don't need it on the floor right now since I'm aiming to make the iron farm. Cool. And I'll need... Do I have andesite alloy on me here? I do. Oh, I have a moss block right there. Cool. Cool. So 2 of these. 2 of these. And then grab some of the... ouch. 2 of these. Alright, so we have the 3 millstones, mechanical drills. So we're gonna put... the way we're gonna do this, I'll set it up. It'll be pretty small, so I'll just set up the initial one here. We're going to have a belt running underneath for convenience. We'll steal power off of this. 1, 2, 3. I mean, honestly, we could just get by with these 3. And then there's going to be chutes beneath each one. So I'll need another chute. And then we're going to have a millstone. Right here. Do I need a chute under a millstone if it's... interesting. Ponder... oh. I forget. Pondering doesn't work when you're looking at a create object. It's a little odd. Okay, nothing of interest with regards to that. So 3.0 makes it so a chute underneath will make your life easier, but I'm curious to see create 6.0 bubble. Let's see. I believe it has to be. Okay. Okay, so it does seem like create detects that there's something create related underneath it that can absorb the block. So I believe that I'll be able... probably shouldn't use that. Probably should use cobblestone for it, just to be safe. Yep. We have a lot of deep slate. Maybe I'll build with deep slate just to make it nicer. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. Need a fan to wash stuff with, though, so that'll be something I need to make myself. And I do have belts, so there'll be 3 belts, at which point, on the very last one, we will have our... Ooh, but the very last one? Okay, maybe we're gonna pull it out a little. What we're gonna do... Let's see. So... Right. You know what? That's what I'll do. I can have the fan here. Or here. It doesn't really matter, honestly, but we'll have it there, and then we will have... these two here. Well, they can't go in the same block, because that's not how it works. Okay, so we'll have the fan back there, and we'll have one facing this way. We'll have one facing this way. Yeah. Okay. I may have grabbed too many blocks, ironically. So we'll have one here. That still doesn't let me do it. Cool. Because the funnel is going to want to go that way. Oops, yep. So if I put one here, I'm going to pull off the belt. Can't add another one, so I guess I'll just do this. Wow, I fill up my inventory so quickly by doing absolutely nothing. I just keep stuff in my inventory for fun, it appears. There we go. So we'll do this. And we will put the fan right here. Or the water and have the fan here. That's what we'll do. Leaf blocks are great. I believe I'm using one already over here and such. I can only see it. Yeah, I am. So it's almost nighttime anyways. Leaf block, yes. Don't mind if I do. Grab the water. What? Okay. Alright, but I'm not ready for that. So yeah, we can have the cobblestone, mill it, and then we can have that getting washed. Okay. So I need a fan. That's gonna require 4 blades. Dang it. Well, since this stopped technically, I could honestly take... No, I don't want to do that. I don't have any other option. I mean, I guess I could just run it until I have enough iron. I can run this initially. Yeah, we'll do that then. That's fine. Either way, let's put cobblestone here. So I can waterlog the drill blocks themselves, which will be nice. Because I'm pretty sure a waterlogged drill block, I only have to put stuff below it. Yeah, so it'll go this way, so that'll get blocked out by the cobblestone. Does it flow out to the side? It does flow out to the side, so I'll have to do the sides and top and bottom. Okay. And then we'll have deep slate underneath. One each on the sides. And then we'll have to do the same thing here anyways because of lava. Cool. Cool beans, cool beans. And we can just use a single lava block. All right. Let's run some encased chain drives. So we'll need a cogwheel here. Does make more sense to have the fan here, but whatever. Yeah, I already made the decision. Okay, we'll have this machine working. We've got enough. I'm not too worried. We'll take the chute from here and the fan from here. Because I'm just evil like that. Encased fan right here. Or, nope. A leaf block right here. Thing of water in it. Encased fan right here. Cool, now to link this all up. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do that just because I can't be bothered. Really? Okay. So this is milling. The direction of that doesn't matter. The direction of this does matter. So I don't know. It's gross. That's what happens when you whatever. That's funky. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is just pull power. Let's pull power vertically along this axis. We'll pull it all the way out to here on a single belt. So let's see. Cool. And then we're gonna have this here, vertical one right here, plug it in, and hope for the best. Because of course I can't have the best. Yeah, that's really not negotiable, so I'll have to make another gearbox. That's great, great, fine and dandy. We love it. We'll just do 8 because why not? Cool. All right. Take that there. Cool. Now it's spinning out. Pull a vertical one from off the belt. Perfect. All right, perfect, perfect. Might have made more sense to have that on this side. You know what? We'll do that. Yeah, let's do that. We can grab power off of these rails and plug it in. So let's this guy here. Each one of these. Really? Why do it's so odd to me. But whatever. In that case, instead of the chain drives, I think I'll end up using just the gearboxes. Cool. So it's spinning, it's dropping, and of course, because why would I do something intelligently? Of course not. Let's just take this off. Place the cobblestone back. Okay. We'll do that. A single lava block. And I think we'll be fine and dandy. On all fronts. So, can I open my backpack? Perfect. Alright. And now, if I put down vertical gearboxes. Perfecto. So it does detect there's a create block underneath to route power to. On this front, I think I'd like to cursed. But who's counting at this point, honestly? There we go. So this is gonna grind it down. This is gonna come down. And of course, because I don't know how to do anything, it's all just gonna go into here. Just put it in just so that it can't go into there just yet. Oh, and look at that. I totally forgot. This isn't gonna work because it's just gonna... Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's why. Because they're both gonna be on that block. Shucks. What to do? What to do? I don't know what to do. Because by the time it gets to here, it won't have converted. Oh, it's almost nighttime. Since I'm not really running at super high speed, I could drop it back a bunch, and then it should have washed it by that point. Yeah, that could work, honestly. Let me just grab one of each, because the idea is that one will go in here. Yeah. And then the conundrum is I have a sneaking suspicion I'm gonna have... Yeah, cool. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. We'll do that. And then you're... Sorry for that noise in the background. Don't know what that was. Cool. So we'll just do that then, I guess. Until I can find a better solution. In the meantime, let's lock this. So because of the chute, it can't, ah, shucks. Oh well. You know what? Honestly, that might make sense to put on a depot. Because then it should be able to push multiple onto a single depot. Which point should be able to do that, yeah. So we could put a depot there. Okay, thanks. Oops. Hmm. How's it doing? I have a sneaking suspicion it's building up too much cobblestone. Shucks, yeah, it is. Oh well. Well, the cool aspect is that because of this, already, I have enough for a fan, so I can replace the fan that I stole. Cool. So even with just two, it's making me iron that I need. I don't need a full-blown farm to start with. So I can have that run, check back in on it every so often, and I should have plenty of iron ready to go. Let me grab an andesite. We'll just grab another stack. We'll grab a stack from over here. Might as well grab two. All right. Cool. What are we doing over here? Yeah, we're already at another ingot. Very cool, very cool. Let's just go for 8 of these, since I might as well. Alright. And there we go. Business as usual now. Where is the... Oh, where's the chute? The one I took out? That's crazy. You're telling me that the consequences of my actions exist? Okay. How do you make a chute again? I think I know the recipe, but I'm just making sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is it. So this is definitely not the most efficient because we're maxed out on cobblestone and it's not, so these aren't milling fast enough to keep up with the drills, but it's fine, it's fine. Doesn't matter, you know? Either way, with the addition of the iron farm, I I'll let it run for a while, and once I have enough, we can move on into the Nether. And so while we're waiting for it, I think it's a perfectly good chance to, look at that. Look at that. It's a perfectly good chance to finish up the English. The dam. Jeez. We have plenty of chain conveyors, and since we have iron, we're gonna get chains, so I'm not worried about it. And I can afford to wait to do any of the recipes here. So let's pull off all of this. I have enough inventory slots. Alright, take off all of these. Okay, I don't have enough inventory slots. I lied to myself. Wow, it went all the way down there? Jeez. Alright. And we can take this one off because we don't need this to bump the speed anymore. We'll drop down everything. Cool. Alright. So we just need water wheels. I need 2 more water wheels. Alright. Cool. Cool. And we can pull power out right here. So we can have a gearbox. Vertical one. I'm gonna make 2 just in case I have to swap the rotation. But we can pull the shafts straight up. And have that go over to there. Spooky. Yeah, might as well take these. Really? I put water all the way down here as well? Oh, I did because I didn't want to mess with it. I don't want to risk getting rid of my water source. Blocks. Let's fill in more of these. I'm going to bring up my workshop. Cool. And because I now have infinite iron, I have no problem with making iron tools for everything. Cool beans. I'll have to look. I'm gonna look up. Oh, hey Finn. Sorry, I have not been looking at chat because I'm so not used to people tuning in through YouTube. Sorry, I was not ignoring you in the chat. Not at all. Shucks, there's me talking about, oh, there's no engagement and stuff and earlier on, and then I'm just completely ignoring chat. Oh, jeez. Let's see. What are we doing here? I'm gonna look up some designs for how water wheel or how some dams look. Just the tops. Spillways, spillways, lots of spillways and arches. Yeah. Um, yeah, just making it like a flat top seems to be fine. I don't see any issue. Um, what I will do, what I will do is I hear the sound of 10 silver. Oh, hello. 10 silver. Does cobble deep slate work? Oh, yes, it does. Oh, shucks, don't hurt the sheep. He didn't do anything. Oh my gosh. Cool. And I should be able to... This one again. Perfect. 10 more silver. Another ominous bottle. Okay. So one thing I did notice from a lot of them, I kind of want to have the water wheels visible. I don't want to just close them up completely. And I do, well, I want the spillways, but what I'm thinking of doing is I can have these be like the walls, guard walls, and then the intermediate ones are spillways, and the water can flow. Well, no matter what, I guess it'll flow under. But I can show the tops of the wheels. So I think what I'm gonna do initially, we're going to pull this up high enough that, so this will be like a walkway over. No matter what, I'm gonna have that basic structure. We're going to have, this. But no matter what, I want it to be sort of like a bridge, like lower this down a little so it's walkable. You know what? Oh, look at that. I can only imagine that I have some machines that are making me cobblestone that I technically have in large supply, in excess supply, more appropriately. And grab the cobblestone from this one. Cobblestone from this one. My lord. I always fill in my inventory, like I said. Perfect. Run back over. Okay. Let me get rid of this. We're not doing that. So we'll have it here. Oops. So I wanted to do this real quick because I want to be able to start raising this back section up, start filling it in. without worrying really. And I wanted to get a good height, build it up to. So we're gonna build it up to here. So we'll just block that in. I'll have to put torches and such in there, just to be safe. Let's line it up with the pylons. So there's 2 pylons, one here. I guess I don't need to break it. I can just look down and see that's there. Okay. So right here. And right here. The torches inside. And then what'll be cool is I could then put walkways here to have like an underground little control room. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see about that. On that note then, the front is front. I'm not gonna push that, but I could push this back one and have it be. I could have the walkway back here. We can have water coming down through. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Let's do that right now. Didn't realize I used up this much cobblestone to fill this in the past. Oops. I'm just going to presume the water level. Yep. Nope. Not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Alright. Take this back down. Okay. Yep. So we'll bring this back one. Then I can put scaffolding. Make it seem pretty cool. Well, this isn't going to be the wall. Yeah. I could fill this section up with cobblestone and then sort of build up. Not really worried about that. So the grass section I'll have to clean up since it'll be visible. Same deal here. We're gonna, don't really have to touch up all of this. Maybe just the part that'll be visible from inside of here. Just to do due diligence. Oh, it is getting dark. I think I'll leave the stone where it is, just because it's nice. Okay. Okay. Keep doing that. Cool part is that I can use the andesite casings to encase this. So it doesn't stand out too much. Still stand out, but like I said, not too much at least. Okay. All right. Take this down. So I made a realization that I may or may not have like miscounted these slightly because I have this up to the edge when in reality it should go here. Or I guess I could just pull this over one. You know what? Yeah. And we could fit another water wheel in. I feel like that's gonna be easier to do than turn it. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So let's push this wall back one more. We'll end up putting a water wheel there. Alright, let's just break all of these. Oh, for the love of all that's holy, let me not send them flying everywhere out of my inventory off to who knows where. Cool. There's just grass right here. Not touching any of these things. It's going into the crafting. Oh man. Let's fill in the stuff here. Okay. Let me make a little hole for water. We'll just block off the rest of this, because it will just be easier to construct without it. Cool beans, cool beans. We'll drop this down. You can't see that, so it doesn't really matter. You can see this, so let's just fill that in. All right. So let me break these off. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna have the walkway be right here. We'll see. So the water wheel will go here. I'm thinking of having the water come in from up here, and you'll have a little overhang, and the water will flow down onto these and spill, and you'll kind of like have a little water walkway. Thinking it'll be pretty cool. Let's see. Right. The interior is clean. Yep. Let me go grab those walkways I'm talking about. Where did I put all of them? Or do they have them up here? Right here, andesite scaffolding. Perfect. So what I'm talking about is having the water come in right up here, 1 block below the walkway, and then having it flow over. So theoretically, just a bunch of trapdoors. Sure, just yeah. So I'm thinking. Yep. I'm thinking this, and then having scaffolding right here. You're able to walk through here. And then the idea is that you'd have... Out of cobblestone? I am for the moment. Let me just take some from up here. The idea in theory is that it'll work like that. Spin the wheels, and you will be able to be on this walkway. And it'll be tight, of course, but I think it would look cool, personally. Because this would be, your view would essentially be like this, essentially. And I'm going to drop down the amount of water wheels because I want it to align with the spillway at this point. Yeah, so I want to do that. And then we can have the water wheel exposed a little, and we can shorten this, actually. We can end up shortening the bridge, make it a little thinner, so it's not as, like, chunky. We can do that. And then this can be like a maintenance, thing. Although it might make more sense just to have the scaffolding be here. Does it have a... Oh no. So that's the only thing it's gonna... So, okay, cool. And I can't put any blocks here because then it's gonna... Yeah. That should be fine though, to have a little bit of the water flowing backwards. It's not a big deal. Does it react that way to like slabs and stuff? No. Alright, I guess I'll do slabs then. I don't really have any qualms with doing slabs. So that's what I'm envisioning. The water's gonna all pour in here, and then it'll turn the water wheels and flow out. It might honestly even be better, because I'm pretty sure that if I were to take some more of the spruce trapdoors and put this over here. Let me... Cool. Let me make it so that it doesn't flow anywhere it shouldn't, because right now it's flowing elsewhere. So will it not flow that direction? So is it blocked by that? Oh no, it's coming out here. It's literally coming from there. So if I take this off or put 2 wheels, what I'm hoping for is that I'm able to make it locked in there. Okay, maybe I should have one of these at least be attached to the ground to like walk out. I am not going to eat the pufferfish. I will go harvest some potatoes and convert them to... Those aren't potatoes. I guess I'll have harvest 4 potatoes, sure. Thought I only got 1 off of that harvest, but didn't realize you get multiple from a single one. There we go, that's much more nutritious. Yep, so I'm hoping that I'm able to... Okay, so it's flowing directly. I want it to flow like all the way over the top of it. Oh yeah, that's way better. Cool. Let's go back in. Let's see what are we looking at here. So is this flowing all the way over? So let me put a block here. Yes, that's exactly what I was envisioning. Perfect. Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing that. And we can push the water over to the edge so that you can see the water turning it, and the water can go out the spillway, and I can raise the level of the spillway to be like up midway, and then keep the bottom section clean. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So we'll do that, yeah. That worked out way better than I thought it would. So we'll do that, and then I can bring I guess we'll be getting rid of water wheels on that block. That's so interesting that it does that because of the water wheel. But we'll drop that out. And I'm thinking that we'll just have the water wheels aligned with every section, and then, you know, have... Oh, I can't count. So how much is it? This one on this side is... That one broke. Let me pick up this water because it served its purpose. It proved out my idea, and that's what I wanted it for. Cool. So the idea here is that there's... How many on this? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, just to make it line up, I'm in the mood to do that, so it's a little lighter. Ouch. And you end up with 3 of each. So, okay. I was like, huh, that's odd. You end up with 3 of each. And there's like a movable area. It's not completely locked in. Maybe it doesn't matter that much, honestly. Really doesn't. Just have the 4, 4, 4. I think that might just be better anyways. And then we can run this. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Cool beans. And then what we can do in here, I almost jumped down because I'm silly. So we take these off so you can see it. We'll open it up. Maybe have this much visible. So this won't be part of it, per se. I'll keep it, I think, well, the height I want to drop the spillway out. Yeah, I think that's considerable. We'll fill these in. And then I can come back and drop the floor down some more if I want. Ducks. Let's go check on the iron farm and see how it's doing. I'm hoping to see several stacks worth. Oh boy, oh boy. We are swimming in iron nuggets now. That is considerable. The flint we can use for other stuff. I'm not too concerned about it at this moment. So, let's see. Let's make ourselves another iron pick. Oh well, can't reach it. So sad. So, like I said, thinking of that. Except this will be pulled up to the top, same here. Oops. This is 1 block shorter than the rest, but I think I was going to pull it up higher than this anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, that works out. Cool. Let's go inside, see what we're dealing with. So, what I'm thinking... So that comes all the way out. This comes all the way out. And all the way at the end, same deal. This one's not exposed, this is exposed. Pull this all the way out. Let me just do this for now. So let's see, what are we thinking? I think having the bridge go to the midline of the water wheels makes sense. So maybe push it back one more and have it start right on the center line. I think that makes sense. Ouch. And then the idea here is that to line up with these guys, these will be ducks. I'm trapped on this side. Not really, I just worm my way over. Not the best visually, but it works. So what I'm thinking, it's not nighttime yet. So I'm feeling like this will be the spillway height. But to account for that, I think having these line up like that makes a lot of sense. And so then this is how it'll look with spillway kind of looking like that. Oh, I think that looks really cool. I think this is a real cool improvement. We can we can have it extend out directly one. Oh yeah, I'm happy with that a lot. Short a little bit of cobblestone still. I have to pick up some logs anyways for aesthetic purposes. But yeah. We're doing 64 cobblestone should be more than enough to finish this off. And then we can fill up the water levels and get it to where I'm expecting. Let's hop on over. That needs to be filled in. That does not need to be filled in. I guess this doesn't need to be filled in. Yeah, let's bring this up. Having a walkway makes sense. Okay. We'll hop on up over here. Ouch. Why is that? Oh, because this is a 3 jump and that's a... Yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. Just need to think about it for a sec. Okay. No idea, but okay. Let's hop down here. Does this need to be broken? Yeah, and that's the 4, so that makes sense. And same thing right here. We're gonna pull this one up through. And then this will be the water level right here. So let's start raising it. Yay! spot. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna leave that there just because I don't want to mess with it. Cool beans. So that's filled in. Oop. Alright, cool. So that's all filled in. Alright, water level's been raised twice. Alright. Mm. Fill that in. Not what I meant to do, but oh well, worked the way I wanted it. So a few more levels to go, not too far. I have to remember to is this also filled? Perfect. So 3 more levels to go, and this will be all filled in. The thing I was wondering whether I forgot to do or not is I forgot to do... Yeah, I did. I need to do more spruce trapdoors. That should be enough, but we'll see. Ooh, I can't really see what I'm doing. I'm going off of feeling. Ah, I messed up. Who would have guessed? Oh, you know what? I could have totally done that. Could have just opened it and then... Could have done that, yeah. Oh well. Because if I open it, it's a lot easier to just place it on the opened one and see what I'm doing. Cool. So now I think it's completely ready to start lowering stuff in. Let me fill this in because I don't need this down here anymore. I really hope it doesn't look goofy with the water like pouring completely over the top, but it might. Hopefully it looks really cool though. That's my hope. Because it should be like the water should come out to like here and then pour down. So we'll see. I think potatoes are going to probably be the staple crop for the time being, both because it leads to, it gives me like 4s, it gives me a bunch, and it's also what pigs use, and pigs are, you know, because of the litter system, very cost effective. Really? I'm not going to turn into multiple just for that reason? Okay, I guess. Cool. Alright. And look at that. 2 more to go. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Alright. I should raise this grass up so that it's properly set up before I do anything else. Yeah, because otherwise it won't end well for anyone involved. There we go. So it's not going to just spontaneously spill over into other places. And I can keep that. Yep. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted to do, but, you know, whatever. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Alright. I'm gonna just grab this, because, you know, I suspect. Oh, there it goes. This one worked fine, but this one doesn't want to. That's odd. Is this one gonna work nicely? Odd that that one worked. I mean, that works then. What if I put... So it's pushing it in, it's the water's gonna, you know, flowing in. And then if we take a look on the other end, a little goofy, but nice. That is what I was like hoping to see. Oh, I will admit I was hoping to see it spill out. So maybe I do have a little bit left to do. So let's just bring that down. There we go. So now, hopefully, look out here. Kind of did it. Cool, I guess. It's just not gonna do it at all. Okay. So maybe I have to just drop this down one. Let's see what happens with that. Does that do it nicely? The way I'm expecting? Not exactly the way I'm expecting. Okay, so let's cut it off there. Okay, and now if I cut this off here, didn't mean to fall in, but you know, we'll see, we'll see. It's not, not the end of the world. I'm realizing I've been mumbling this a good portion of this time. There we go, yeah, that's better. That's what I'm expecting. More aligned with what I'm expecting is what I should say. So let's break these. Yeah, it seems like the block update is the thing that's doing it. So let's break these down. Now, what are we looking at? If I were to back off all the way over here. Yeah, perfect. Looks like it's, water wheels are turning. And then... Oops. Oops. Not what I wanted it to. Then right over here. Similar deal here. I want to put caps that stick outward. And then the idea, we'll continue using spruce trapdoors. That'll be sort of the, you're on a bridge type deal. Let's see. Unfortunately, I won't be able to put one down there, but at the same time, I don't really mind all that much. Not the end of the world, in all honesty. Actually, I honestly could probably just get around it by... Where is it? Here. Just doing that. Yeah. Could just do that. And sleep. So, alright. I think I'm going to consider the dam to be finished at this point. I'm going to put some lighting. I guess I do need to landscape this a little. At least to take down this. Just lowering it down a little. So I'd like it to, at the very least, like, lean into grass before doing anything. So I can afford to hide cobblestone into here. Okay, so we'll do that. Then here, I do want it to be flattened out. I think this is fine for the initial level, and then we can have it start sloping. I'm not worried about that. So this can be the first section. Then just keep on doing this until we're done, I guess. Gravel I should throw away. Got plenty. Ah, shucks. Alright. Cut this back. Gonna leave that there. And we'll just put that as grass on the top. Okay, we're almost there. And perfect. Although I'll drop these. I might as well just do that. Yeah, that's fine. So there we go. Once this sort of grows in, it'll look a lot nicer. So that will be it for the bridge build, the dam. I think it came out looking real cool. Not anything crazy. Obviously, cobblestone mainly, not really randomly textured yet. Might end up putting some gravel and some andesite in to give it some nicer textures to it instead of it just being solidly cobble. But I'm happy with how this came out. Arguably, there's a little more work to be done, like making it, well, let me debate on that. How does that look, really? No, definitely not. So yeah. So we can take the power, route it over. Cool beans, cool beans. And of course I still need to sort of finish up with the interior. There's some stuff to be done. I don't really know how much to be done. Oh, shucks. Yeah. So, I don't know. This is done. So that's cool. Got some more fish in, which is real nice. I might end up doing another build in here, honestly, because it's very nice. Like, it's a nice little reservoir. I don't know what yet. but something water themed. I really do kind of want to see from like up above what it kind of looks like when you can see both water sources. I want to see it essentially doing its job as a dam. I think that's really cool. I've never actually made a like a dam in Minecraft that actually sort of like in the world operates like a dam where it sort of reserves back some water for, future use. But something really cool. All right. What are we looking at over here? Oh yeah, nice. And I'm just gonna trash all the flint. Yeah, I will need flint, but I don't need that much flint. So cool beans, like I've been saying. All right. I have iron armor. Let's see. That wasn't even on my clipboard. I kind of like did that. Make the windmill building. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to wait until I get some more resources? Yeah, maybe I want to wait a little bit more on that. What I will do, though, right now, is make some more chains for the powering system, because I'm going to connect this to the power grid. I'll have to monitor the directions and everything just to make sure it doesn't mess up. Yep. Hmm. So same deal over in the other locations. The height of this from stepping should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's the 7th. Yep. Mm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch. Then this is gonna deselect it, isn't it? Maybe. I really don't want to get rid of this tree. I like it a lot. And it's much more likely for me to use power in these directions. Well, you know what? I'll bring power around out to here anyways, because I can... Uh, no, never mind. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to pull it over here and then link it up to the system. So I'll probably need 2. So let's just go as diagonal as I can. I'll pull this kind of like right here. We'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonk. Look at that. Nice. That used up 10. Used up quite a bit, actually. 3 potatoes this time. So what can I do with cabbage? Pretty easy mixed salad, which is not bad at all. But but I'm thinking more of just like simpler, perhaps? I don't know. Either way. Oh, actually, are there any recipes related to cabbage rolls? A cabbage leaf? There's just same, better satiety, but same food. No big deal then. No point really. Carrots. Cool. Super slowly pulling power. Sneaking suspicion. Not a sneaking suspicion. I'm almost certain. Too long. Yeah, that's what I figured. So we'll do one in between. We'll line it up with this one. And try to make it like diagonal-ish with this one. So I guess it'll end up right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough chains. So close. That should be enough to link up all of these. Okay, well, okay, not that one, those two. Let's see, what's about to happen? Do I have enough? I do. Now, this is spinning right to left on the top part. This is spinning right to left on the top part. Yep, so they're synced. I can connect them without risk. Perfect. Did it slow it down? No, it didn't. Okay. Yeah, that's going way faster. And just to make sure I'm not losing my mind. Oh yeah, look at these things. They're going so much faster. It's gonna be a little comical when they're hooked up because they're gonna literally be going like a billion times faster. I might put in a rotation speed controller just to make these go the speed they're supposed to, and then have the slower speed get transmitted up, or the faster speed transmitted up. Okay, what are we gonna do now? Still need the 5 gold. Oh, I really hope I didn't lose the other 2 baked potatoes. That would suck. Okay. If I don't burn myself first. Jeez. Alright. So we've linked it up to the power grid. I'm not worried about any power issues. I was starting to get worried with this setup because I was like, oh, I feel like I'm going to be reaching a limit soon. But now I'm comfortable again, at least for a little while. Let's just do that. Looks a little nicer for the time being. Should go do that for the others. Because it does look a little silly having them floating. Okay, cool. So at least they're touching the ground now. It was a little cheap aesthetic improvement, I guess. Oh. So let's continue with, now that I have all the iron, let's link these 2 up with dirt. And keep bringing it over. Dun, 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 do I happen to have any left? No, I don't. Okay. Let's see. Should I just start excavating all this? Maybe I should. Because I can't think of anything else to do. I mean, I could set up more farms, but like, I don't know, I'm a little... I don't know. What I will do, actually, is I will label that I got this one done, this one done. I can't label that one, but I do have this one done. So, at least those are done, and then I can pipe them in and make plates or whatever it wants. I hate that it glitches out like that and like it's whatever, but like ugh. Ah, that scared me for a second. Okay, let's grab the cobblestone, just fill in from the base. We'll just do it right here. Can't see anything. There's no dynamic lighting mod in this mod pack. Not what I meant to do. I guess there's no point in me holding onto the torch if it doesn't do anything. Let's fill in all the 1 block high holes first. The 2 high. Go take more. Grass is just going to be 2 layers thick. Or dirt. It'll be 2 layers thick. I don't have an interest in placing the dirt any deeper than that. Because at that point, it's just wasting all the dirt I just dug up. Alright. It's almost nighttime. You know what? While I run around, I should do this crazy thing on my way to the bed and just, you know, light things up. This crazy concept. Doesn't need to be perfect, but like, wow, I can only imagine. What are the chances that less mobs are going to spawn? My gosh. Always takes me way too long to do this. I've been putting it off like 3-4 episodes. Okay. Oh, you are still alive. You scared me for a second. And you lit me on fire. Thanks. That was annoying. Okay. I don't know why I grabbed 64 and acted like that would be enough, knowing that that would not be enough. you know, oh well. Gotta wait for the gravel to disappear. Great. I'll go check off those quests in a moment. Come on, really? Like full decked out gold? I can't even afford that. Hey, some gold boots. That'll be good for the nether at least. Alright, almost done filling in this giant hole. Dun, 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 dun. Waiting for it to take the gravel down. So this is the height that I will stop at with cobblestone and then start filling with dirt. Yep. Cool beans. Start bringing the dirt over to here and pushing it back. Yep. Filling in that hole is going to waste a bunch of dirt, but whatever. Like something over here, and I think the one I broke was like right over here. Let's go accept, let's go claim those. So we have 2 here. This one's not a big deal. I've done that before. So quartz seeds. We can send that on a, we can use a tunnel to wrap it around. So how does this work? You like, you don't, I guess you don't mill it. This is the mixing part. You use destabilized redstone, Certus quartz crystals to generate polished rose quartz. Yeah. Well, aside from that, that's how we can make redstone, which is nice. So we have to set up a little cycle to recharge any Certus quartz used as a catalyst in contraption 13.2. Okay. So does it just need to be used to give it a charge? It doesn't use itself up? Or what's the big deal here? Okay, yeah, I see. So you can charge it, it uses up its charge, converting, and then you wrap it around, or you just feed it back in so it charges. Okay, I think I know what I can do. I can have a depot under this, it pulls it out, and then sort of just dumps it onto a funnel, picks it up off the depot, puts it into charger. And then the charger charges it. Yeah, something like that. And then I can just have a pipe that just pumps out the destabilized redstone. And then this is just mixed together and it uses it up. Okay, that's cool. Again, would like to have lots of gold. That's expensive. I have to figure out a way to afford that. Honestly, one of the easiest ways to end up affording that would just be to expand this, because then the rate at which I get spruce logs will just skyrocket. That's probably the fastest way, in all honesty. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna get halfway there to a single gold, I guess. It's whatever. It's just, man, that's slow. Wish I picked a different profession or had a different stuff automated ready. Either way, let's see. Again, is there any stuff I can get? Silver coins. Let's see. Sweet berries, maybe, because they grow pretty quick. If I could make renewable diamond, great, but I can't. Brick's a pain in the butt. Any fishes? Becoming a blacksmith might not be a bad idea because of iron. 2 iron ingots to a single nugget, or a single coin. Arrows might not be a bad idea. So that's a 2-to-1 ratio. This is a 5-to-3 ratio, which is better. It's better than 2-to-1 because 2-to-1 is a 6-to-3 ratio, so that's better. This is a 4-to-2, or otherwise known as a 2-to-1 ratio anyways. 8-to-4, it's 2-to-1. And then this is 7-to-4, which is not better than 5-to-3. Because 7 times 5 is 35, 4 times 5 is 20, 5 times 7 is 35, 3 times 7 is 21. So iron helmets sounds like the way to go. Aside from arrows, which I didn't realize that that's, I mean, that's a viable method right there, in all honesty. Because I'm pretty sure, aside of severing and stuff, I'm pretty sure, do they just sometimes drop feathers? No? Alright, well, what are we looking at with you? What do you have? Do you have anything of value? This has value. That has a lot of value. No, it doesn't. Because I'm planning to use the nether to do what I would have done with this, so never mind. If I do have an emerald, though, I don't mind dropping it on that. Just to get one. I see you're right here. Okay. What a deal. Yeah, I'm not concerned with the rest of these. I at least got 2 of this, which I can use in the future. Let's see. Um, so this is 6 silver. All of this all together is 8 times 3. It's 24 silver. So scale-wise, I think this will be the thing to scale up. I'll need iron much more, and it's 2 iron to, or it's like 1 point something. It might as well just, it's about 2 iron to a coin. This is a stack to a coin. So I think I will go that route. And when I have more stress units, I can up the speed at which I get cobblestone or get iron. I cannot do that for wood, really. I can expand the wood farm. That I can, but it's not, doesn't scale well, I guess. So smithing might actually be the thing to do now. I didn't think about that too much. So maybe there's a lot of value in, like I was saying earlier, pushing for the crushing wheels, because if I can use the crushing wheels, I can drop in all of the cobblestone from all of these via chutes and stuff. What the? Oh, sorry, I'm just checking something out. Oh my gosh, I've had a sunburn on my foot for like the longest time. It is only now peeling. And when I say like the longest time, I'm talking like um it must have, oh, what was it? Oh, a week ago? Oh man, it might have been 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Jeez. All right. You know what I will do? I'll continue with the landscaping. I forgot about it. Terraforming. I would like to tighten this factory up a bunch. Because I have it pretty spread out. I don't necessarily need to tighten it up, but the independent components I'd like to tighten up at least. Because realistically, I would like to have the kelp farm be on its own, because I'd like to pull from... I'd like to pull from the kelp farm for... Well, I guess I don't make belts from kelp anymore, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess, yeah, I don't know. I do have to make more strainers, though. That I do have to do. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. I would really like to fix what I did there now that I have iron coming in. I think the first thing I'm gonna do though is make it still not enough iron. Wow. Still not enough cobblestone. Not iron, obviously. Mm. Shoot. Okay. So now we can fill this in. Mm-mm-mm. The game Battleship just popped into my head for, no reason. But it's the tabletop game where like you and your opponent both set up several ships of varying lengths on a pegboard with a letter and number grid, and you take turns saying like, "Oh, I attack you at." Oh, geez, I just filled that in. That was annoying. You take turns attacking at certain positions, and if you miss, you say, if your opponent misses your ships, you say miss. If they hit it, you say hit. And the end goal, of course, is to just take out all of your opponent's ships. And I end up just being really boring with the game because I just slowly work my way down in a checkerboard pattern from like the corners because people like doing things in corners. So I'll like start in one corner, work my way in for a little bit, then go to the next corner and just repeat for each of the four corners, keeping to that checkerboard pattern. Then I move to the sides. So I work my way up just the sides, like directly on them in that checkerboard pattern. I don't really, maybe like one on the inside. And then I work towards this, like, I focus on the center region because typically those are like hotspots that people place ships. People don't typically randomly place ships. So if you follow that tactic, you end up winning quite often, but it ends up being boring because your opponent's like, you just do the same thing, and it's like, I mean, it works, it wins, clearly, but yeah. Man, I'm thinking about it, I haven't played that game in so long. I think the last time I played it was like, I think it actually was in middle school because they came out with a phone app game, but in person, I think the last time I played was like recess in like elementary school. And someone actually brought in like the tabletop game and stuff. And it was crazy because it had all its parts, which, you know anything about tabletop games or board games that are like school property, they typically don't have all their parts. The most common game for that to occur with was like Monopoly. You'd never find all the parts. You'd be like, oh, I like being the car, and then you look in the set and there's just, the car doesn't exist because it's just someone took it home. And you're like, okay, great. But, you know. should focus on pushing this back instead of like going at it there. Just gonna go until the shovel breaks since my inventory is full. There you go, I can pick up all this dirt. We'll continue doing that thing I spoke about where I just run around and on my way home I place torches. So I'll be wrapping up the stream soon. A little shorter than 3 hours today, but I have some stuff to do. Yeah, Battleship I think is a fun game, personally. With ignoring that I just do a, you know, standard tactic. I'm not like randomizing how I play. So like the opponent could 100% just pick up on how I play to just kind of counter it. Because like, depending on how you play that technique, you can get countered pretty hard. Some people get into the habit of always picking like the exact same routine, so you're always picking the same corners, or you do, you know, you start with the corners all the time, and you do all 4 corners, and then you check the sides, and then you check the center. If they know that that's what you do every time, they're just going to put their things in the middle, because that's the thing you're going to check last, and then by the time you know, get there, they'll have a much higher chance of attacking your ships, since they might be doing the same thing as you or random. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things to the game where it's like, if you both know those tactics, the statistical tactics, then it becomes more of like an interesting game. If only one of you knows what's going on, and like, it ends up being a little boring, I'll admit. Alright. Cool. Great. So we have this much more room to work with now. So I still have to turn this into a farm. Okay, I really don't need to. I kind of went overboard. I don't need that much sugarcane ever. But, you know, it is what it is. The main thing is I want to redo this. Because right now this really is working at like, I guess it's still working at max efficiency for the millstones, but that's not really that much, to be honest. So I'd like to So the main thing is just that the chutes are there. If the chute was one up, it would push all the way through. But nonetheless, the millstone is too slow. But to get to the next step, it requires this. Maybe I should work towards just automating the precision machines and just call it a day. Honestly, probably should. Alright, so what's the deal here? So they initially require sand to craft the seeds. Certus quartz seeds. Certus quartz seeds. So you crush some dust, mix it with sand, and you get some Certus quartz seeds. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this one here. Gonna do a little more terraforming, pull it out, and this will be my home. I'll make a house here, and that'll be where I put my workshop, because I need a millstone, I need bulk tools, you know. So I think that's what I'll do. Is this the other end of it? Yeah, it is. Cool. Yep. Didn't get too much done in this stream and with regards to like advancing or progressing, but got a lot done with regards to like finishing some of the projects. I think I'm completely done with the dam. I think made a lot more progress with regards to cleaning things up. So I think I'll put down on my to-do list to, you know, make the workshop, because that's what I'm kind of prepping for. Having bulk washing, bulk smelting and stuff on demand would go a long way for things. And then we can get started on making the tier 2 contraptions. Just go until my shovel breaks, as usual. Cool. Alright. I'm not gonna care about cobble right now. Let's go fill that region in, and then we can start building the workshop. Well, I'll fill it in and then call it a day there, actually. That's what I'll do. Sure, smelt it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. I'll pick this up. Just deposit it. Okie dokie. So definitely more to do. Got to pull this over to there, fill this in, and then clean up some of that. So that's what we'll do next time. So it's almost nighttime in game. So let's see. Finish terraforming part 1. Make the main workshop. And I'm gonna clear some of these. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna make the main workshop. I think that's fine for now, the iron farm. I guess the overarching goal will be automate tier 2 mechanisms, which I think are the precision mechanisms, but beyond the point. Yeah, I think that's what we'll focus on then. So we finished up the dam. I think it looks real cool. We did quite a bit of terraforming and we're still in the process of it. Started lighting things up. Set up an initial iron farm. So now we're actually making, you know, a notable amount of iron. We might end up upgrading it. Most likely up to 6. Because that's the amount of drills I'm really going to be using in the future anyways. We still have to work on this. We have to get the gold for this one still. Did I check that one off? I didn't. Good. Still have to make the windmill. And I think... yeah. We'll have to automate the Certus quartz stuff. Because that's a little funky. But I think we made good progress. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. Peace out.